Okay, I'm Tara. I'm Tara. I'm German. I'm 22 years old, and I'm a full-time student in CityU. I'm studying creative media, and I've been living here for 1.5 years now. So I only became vegetarian maybe 7 months ago, so not for that long. I actually became a vegetarian in the period of time that I was in Hong Kong. And I just spent some time, reading into some articles about vegetarianism, and also watching some videos from bloggers on YouTube who talked about it, who are even vegans, which is like even one step more than being a vegetarian, like not eating any animal products, like, I don't know, honey or anything, no eggs, nothing. And it really inspired me in a way that I got myself thinking about becoming a vegetarian even, because I think the main problem with most people is that we're just too comfortable in how we live at the moment, and we don't really care or like spend much attention on what's out there other than ourselves. And I think it's really important to open your mind and really read into it, do your research, and become aware of what it means to be a vegetarian and what it means to not eating animals, not only for the sake of not eating animals, but also for the whole environment, because the mass production of meat has like humongous effects on the environment and everything. So I think it's really important that people, open their minds to things like that and really read into it and become aware of the importance of becoming a vegetarian. Okay, so first of all, in my 1.5 years that I've been living here, I have not encountered one single Hong Kong vegetarian. In my home country, back in Germany, it's more developed, the idea of vegetarianism, I think. More restaurants offer vegetarian menus or options. They don't necessarily are all vegetarian, but at least they have some sort of their menu for vegetarians or vegans or something. I think it's a little more developed back there, or in whole Europe. We have more products in the supermarket that are made of soy. They're called, or they look like meat or something, but it's actually like products that are used instead of actual meat. So you still have the taste and everything, but it is healthier for yourself, and it doesn't kill animals, obviously. So. I think it's good that we have some options in the canteen, especially AC1 has some vegetarian options where you can order rice and some vegetable dishes aside, but I feel like that's the only vegetarian option you have in the canteen so far. That's why I rarely eat there. That's why I always cook for myself at home, because I just go to the supermarket and buy all my vegetables and everything. And it's not only vegetables, it's not that vegetarians are so limited to what they eat. There's a huge variety of what you can do, but it's just not offered really. Maybe because it's just a different culture. I feel like here meat is just really integrated into the whole culinary experience of, Chinese food, Hong Kong food, which makes it hard if you go to a restaurant here in Hong Kong, because you rarely find a restaurant that offers any vegetarian options really, aside from you just order rice and some broccoli or something, and that's it, and it's just really frustrating. It is healthy for your body, healthier than eating meat, because eating meat clogs your arteries, which causes, or may be a cause for being more likely to get heart attacks when you're older. It is environmental friendly, because, as I said before, there are huge impacts that mass production of meat and all this kind of stuff has on the environment, because, as funny as it may sound, but cows, when they fart, it produces so much carbon dioxide, and it really impacts the environment in a way that it's the amount of carbon dioxide produced by cows due to mass production is more than of all the cars and airplanes on the earth, which I think is insane, and we should really be aware of that fact, and do our research and everything, to understand what it means eating meat and what we do to the environment at the same time. And obviously, you could save thousands of lives of animals due to being a vegetarian, because I don't really get the concept of why we have dogs and cats at home, and become so attached to our pets and love them in a way, but we don't care about the little pigs outside, because they experience pain as well. I don't understand why it's fair to chop their heads off, slice them in half, pull out their organs and everything, and then eat them, really. And why we cuddle with our cat back home, because you can't tell me you're an animal lover if you're eating meat, really. I don't understand it. But the other thing I want to emphasize is it's never too late. I'm not saying that I'm a saint or anything, because I've only started, doing my research a few months back. But I think it's never too late to start becoming aware of all of that. So I would really encourage all the people, start now than never. And I think it has definitely a number of advantages, not only for yourself, but for the environment, for the animals, for everything. And I think the main problem is that, as I said before, we've just become so lazy in a way and so convenient, because when your mother makes you a steak or I don't know something, you just eat it. You don't think about it really. And it tastes good. I'm not going to deny. It's not that I hate eating meat, but we just don't really think of anything else than ourselves, and that's just what I think is the main problem with human beings, basically, because we don't really care much about anything else, and I think that's really important to understand, and to be open-minded and see there's much, much more out there, and even for future generations, because you're actively destroying our environment by eating meat. And at least if you don't want to stop eating meat just because you love the taste, do your research where it comes from. Don't buy the cheapest meat at the supermarket. That's a huge problem. And at least buy meat from, more rural farmers that are not included in this whole mass production thing, because it's just really bad for yourself, the environment, the animals, everything. As I said before, I think it's important to stay open-minded. I mean, you're all students, you're all attending a university, you're smart people. Don't limit yourself to, I'm doing my business exam, I'm doing my psychology exam, and that means I'm smart. No, I think being smart means being open-minded and care about other factors and living things other than yourself, which includes animal, which includes the environment. It is our Earth that we are destroying, and I think it is super important, especially because we're at a young age. We're the people, we're the generation who is able to change something. And even if it is that one person, decides to become a vegetarian, that's good. And if I can encourage anyone even to do their research for 5 minutes or something and just become more aware of what it means, to start a healthier living and start becoming aware of the environmental factors and everything, that will make me incredibly happy. And I think it's super important to never forget there's more out there than yourself and your taste, because I think it's pure egocentric of people not caring about that, because I think it's so super important.
I 讀 Translate，我係讀 Translate PhD 嘅學生，兩年前啦。我喺 Facebook 度睇到一條片，係講即係宰殺啲動物嘅，然之後就覺得唔可以再拖啦，食動物係唔好嘅，就決心食素。仲有環保啲，因為健康就係食少啲蛋白質啊、卡路里啊嗰啲啦，即係脂肪嗰啲。然之後對啲動物好就係殺少啲動物咯。然之後環保係話啲動物都會排放一啲溫室氣體啊嘛。咁如果我哋淨係食植物嘅話，就會少啲。
我是来自大陆的一名学生，然后 这个素食主义我觉得很符合我们大陆还有我家乡那边的一种饮食习惯。少食肉有利于保护我们生态环境，现在都在提倡这个绿色和低碳的经济嘛。我认为少食肉也是非常有帮助的。
内地广西。
我叫石耀伦，我来自台湾台中市，然后我現在就讀成大finance 3年級。
我係 Janice，今年 Year One 啦，讀 CB。
香港比較少啲素嘅餐廳啦，同埋如果你係純素嘅話，就好難揾到一啲餐廳係唔用蛋奶啦。係咯，多數揾到嘅餐廳就係佛教啲餐廳，同埋有啲素肉餐廳嘅。我覺得選擇上係有嘅，不過如果你喺一個地方度，唔一定揾到咯。即係可能喺 city 嘅話，即係 canteen 1-2個餐啦，之後有得食都唔。因為 AC3 可以變咗有啲純素嘅嘢食啦。我覺得2-3個其實唔係幾夠嘅，因為有啲無聊啊，即係食嚟食去都係嗰啲。AC2 好似都冇，所以係 AC1 啫嘛，所以我覺得可以多一個，話唔定係好似中大咁樣，特定係課素食嘅。
我覺得其實如果喺香港即係食素食嘅話，係都算普遍嘅，因為香港其實有好多人都已經係接受咗呢種文化，或者係香港都係好注重健康呢樣嘢，所以喺素食文化嚟講，喺香港都算普及。我哋好多時去唔同地方、唔同嘅商場，其實裏邊都可能有啲素食館，或者係有一啲賣嘅食嘅鋪頭裏邊咧，佢哋係一定係會包含素食喺裏邊啦，就唔會係除咗快餐店嗰啲唔會有素食之外，其他基本上都必定會有素食提供俾佢。係，因為依家都市人好講求健康㗎嘛，咁所以佢就素食呢樣嘢係一定會慢慢越嚟越普遍。
香港飲食嘅習慣咪食好多油膩嘅嘢咯，即係可能多數係 OpenRice 見到嗰啲都係啲咩，而家好興嗰啲咩芝士啊嗰啲㗎嘛，咩好邪惡啊咁樣咁係咯，所以即係比較油膩啊，比較多脂肪。我咧個飲食狀況就好健康嘅嗱，你睇下，但係呢個係我今晚個晚飯啦，冇造假完全，即係菜，兩副都係菜呢個雙餸飯，係。
其實沒有，因為我家離香港比較近，然後我家也不怎麼吃菜。可能普通人的話就可能不會太經常去吃蔬菜。然後我家那邊的話，是因為我們可能個人的愛好就是可能比較喜歡吃葷的。
我覺得在香港主要還是一個肉食社會，像是香港吃魚是全世界吃的第2多的，僅次於第1是馬爾地夫。是一個全部它只有魚吃的地方，那你可以知道香港其實吃了多少肉。那相比之下，其實我覺得蔬菜或素食主義這部分在香港其實是比較沒有那麼流行的。其實，在一般餐廳是很難吃到菜的，儘管在傳統市場是很容易買得到菜，但是很奇怪的，在一般餐廳就買不到菜，這跟台灣相比其實差很多。因為像是台灣一般其實很容易吃得到菜。所以其實來到香港會發現，怎麼都找不到菜。其實因為台灣菜是比較清淡的，那其實有這些青菜啊，都可以幫你調味，然後你吃那些肉之後，你不會吃得那麼膩，不會覺得那麼油膩。但是你在香港的話，你沒有這些菜的話，其實都是肉的環境，你吃了你會覺得很膩，然後而且有重口味，那這樣對健康也比較不好。對，所以可能比較常常會長一些痘痘啊。
係咯，經常性都會，因為住開所以自己煮。
我平常是會去傳統市場買一些菜，然後就有事沒事就回來水煮燙一下，燙起菜來吃。
我其實好少自己煮飯食，但係多數屋企都會，即係係咯，多數屋企或者喺邊度，如果有得食菜都會食菜。
其實是可以的，主要看如果是好吃的東西的話，我相信應該大部分都不會拒絕。但是的話，就比如說現在就 如果我看到你在后面，就像 AC2的一些菜后面会寫着是素菜這樣子的話，我會選擇去吃。
我覺得如果喺 AC1 度，我覺得我會試下，因為話晒依家學校個 canteen 都咁多年，咁可能啲菜式都冇乜改變嘅。咁如果偶然有啲新嘅菜式嘅話，咁當然願意去試啦。
即係如果因為之前嗰啲素菜我都唔知有呢啲素菜啦，咁可能AC1 要加強佢嘅推廣，咁令到我知道有呢樣嘢，咁可能我先會嘗試咯。
假如學校煮的是一個很健康的方式去煮的，那我就願意去嘗試。我覺得你吃太多肉的話，也是蠻容易浮躁的，對啊，吃菜就比較，你的性格就會比較心平氣和，對。
我覺得那個 West Coast soup，它算是一個比較普通的菜吧，雖然它是全素的，但是比如說，我覺得它就是沒有肉的羅宋湯嘛，所以我覺得還可以接受。然後最後一個那個類似於一個 burger，就是感覺它的配料還挺好吃的，然後長得挺像一個 burger，所以我可能會去嘗試。
我可以感覺到開店更加重要了。